Okay, very good morning, students. I am P. Rajesh Kannan, Department of Chemistry, Swami Vivekanandar Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Okay, today we are discuss about that is one of the important lesson, that is a P block elements. We know that elements we are classified in these four types. What are they? One is known as the S block element, and P block element, D block element, and the last one is known as F block element. The which based elements we are classified in this four types means the based on the last electrons are goes to which the orbital, that based elements we are classified in this four types. Which based elements we are classified in this four types, the last electrons are goes to which the orbital, that based elements we are classified in this four types. Okay, that elements, okay, the last electron goes to s orbital mean that block element we are called as an S block element. The last electrons are goes to the p orbital mean that block elements we are called as an p block elements. The last electrons are goes to n minus 1 d orbital mean that block element we are called as an d block elements. The last electrons are goes to n minus 2 f orbital mean that block element we are called as an F block elements. Okay, that based we are elements we are classified in these four types. The S block element and then P block elements collectively we are called as an main group elements or representative elements. We know that the S block element is present in beginning of the periodic table. The P block element is present in end of periodic table. We know that the D block elements we are called as a transition element. F block elements we are called as an inner transition elements. We are already discussed about them. Transition and then inner transition elements. I think it is the last lesson we are discussed about what are the inner transition and then transition elements. Clearly we can be discussed about that what are the inner transition and then transition elements. Okay, now we can be discuss about that P block elements. Now we are discuss about that P block elements. Okay, what is the P block elements? The last electrons are goes to the p orbital mean that block element we are called as an P block elements. The last electrons are goes to the p orbital mean that block element we are called as an P block elements. Okay, the group number 13 to 18th group element we are called as an P block element. The group number 13 to 18th group element we are called as an P block elements. Okay, it has 6 families. What are they? The 13th group elements we are called as an boron family. Okay, the 14th group element we are called as an carbon family. The 15th group elements we are called as an nitrogen family. Okay, the 16th group element we are called as an oxygen family. The 17th group element we are called as an halogens or halogen family. Okay, the 18th group elements we are called as an noble gases or rare gases or inert gases. Okay, now we are discuss about that is a boron family. Okay, that is a 13th group elements. Okay, 13th group element. Okay, there is nothing but boron family. What are the elements are present in boron family? Okay, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. Okay, the 5 elements are present in the boron family. What are they? Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. These elements we are called as a boron family elements. Okay, there is one more question is asking from this area. Okay, which among the following one of the element is present in the boron family, or which among the following one of the element is not present in boron family அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஒன் மார்க் கொஸ்டின் கேட்பாங்க. ஓகேங்களா? ஓகேங்களா, 4 எலமெண்ட்டில் ஒரு எலமெண்ட் வந்து போரான் ஃபேமிலி இருக்கிற எலமெண்ட்டும் ரிமைனிங் 3 வந்து என்ன இருக்கும், போரான் ஃபேமிலியில் இல்லாத எலமெண்ட்ஸும் கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. இல்லை என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படி தெரியும்னா ஒரு எலமெண்ட் மட்டும் போரான் ஃபேமிலியில் இருக்கிற எலமெண்ட், மற்ற எலமெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே போரான் ஃபேமிலி இல்லாத எலமெண்ட்ஸாக கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. எப்படி வேணாலும் என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா கொஸ்டின் கேட்பாங்க, விச் அமாங் த following one of the element is present in boron family or which among the following one of the element is not a boron family அப்படின்னு questions கேட்டிருப்பாங்க. Okay, listen here. First we are discuss about occurrence. Okay, that is what are the elements are present in boron family? Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. Okay, that is a boron. Okay, the boron occurs mainly, it's a borates. Okay, that the boron mainly occur from this borates. It is the important ore of borax. Okay, the borates is nothing but important ore of borax and then kernite. Okay, what are the important ore of borates are borax and then kernite. Okay, the boron is mainly obtained from this borax and then kernite ores. Okay, what is this a borax and then kernite? Borax and then kernite, they have the same molecular formula. Okay, the same molecular formula, both are, that is a complex compound. Okay, both are the complex compound. That is sodium metal, that is the ionizable part, we know that. That is a sodium borate. Okay, yeah, borax. That is what is the molecular formula for borax? Na2B4O5OH4 times. Okay, that 8 moles of water. Okay, this is the molecular formula for borax. What is the molecular formula for kernite? They have a similar molecular formula, Na2B4O5, okay, OH4 times 2 moles of water. That is 8 moles of water and then 2 moles of water. Outside of the complex containing 8 moles of water mean that is we are called as a borax. Outside of the complex containing the 2 moles of water mean that is we are called as a kernite. This is a major difference between the borax and then kernite. Okay, then another one of the most abundant element, it is known as the aluminium. That aluminium is the most abundant metal and then occurs in these oxides and also found in this aluminosilicate rocks. Okay, listen here, that aluminium is the most abundant metal, we know that, because it is the cheapest metal, we know that. Our earth crust containing the large amount of aluminium. What is the major ore of aluminium? That bauxite ore. This is the chief ore. Okay, that is a bauxite. What is the molecular formula for bauxite? Al2O3, the 2 moles of water. Okay, the mixture of aluminum oxide and then water. That is a we are called as a bauxite. This is the major ore. Okay, that can be present in Savur, that is the nearest area, the Salem, that is Erkadu. Okay, that is a bauxite is mainly obtained from this Erkadu. Okay. This is the other element of that group, which is only that is a trace amounts. What are these other elements? Gallium, indium and then thallium. These are all, they can be present in minimum quantity. They are all present as sulfide ores. Okay, இது எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினா sulfide source தான் இருக்கும். Now we can be discuss about what are the important physical properties about that boron family. Now we are discuss about that what are the important physical properties about that boron family. Some physical properties of the group 13th element is the listed below. ஓகேங்களா, இப்போ சிலது என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா physical properties. What are the physical properties? The state, melting point, boiling point, the solubility, the nature, okay, that isotopes. These are all we can be considered as a physical property. First we are discuss about some important physical properties about that boron family. Listen here, the boron only the non-metal, the remaining all are metals, we know that. Okay, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. The boron only a non-metal, the remaining all are metals, we know that. As we move to left to right, the metallic properties the decreases, non-metallic properties increases, as well as the as we move to the down the group, okay, the metallic characteristics increases, the non-metallic characteristics decreases. So as we move the down the group, a metallic characteristics increases. Okay, that is all the elements in this boron family at the room temperature. Okay, all the elements in this boron family at the room temperature. What is the room temperature? There is a 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin. They are all exhibited in the solid state. They can be exhibited in the solids. Okay, we know that boron atomic number 5, aluminum atomic number 13, 8 is the different. Okay, if we then after the 13 we are adding that 18, we get in this 31. After it can be adding a 18, we get in this 49. After it can be adding that it is a 32, 49 plus 32, get in this 81. So there is atomic number for thallium. Okay, 8, 18, 18, then 32. This is the difference between the boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. You know that. Okay. Now can we discuss about what are the important isotopes of boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and then thallium. Okay, the main isotope for that is a boron. That is can be present this maximum amount of in our earth crust. Okay, the boron 11. Then aluminum 27, they can be present this maximum amount of in our earth crust. Then gallium 69, they are all present this maximum amount of in our earth crust. Then indium, okay, 115, they are all present this maximum amount of in our earth crust. The thallium also, there is a 205. Okay, these isotopes, they can be present majorly in our earth crust. So there is, we are called as a main, we are considered as a main isotopes. Okay, are you able to understand that? Okay, which among the following is the isotope of boron? Which among the following is isotope of aluminum? Which among the following is isotope of gallium? Okay, now we are discuss about that atomic mass. Atomic mass, the boron atomic mass, that is we know that nearly 11, 10.81. Okay, you can put it in a kilogram at a room temperature. Okay, that is aluminum 27, gallium that is 69.72, indium 114.81, that is nearly 115. Okay, the thallium 204.38, that is nearly 205. Okay, the electronic configurations. Okay, what is the general electronic configuration of p block element is ns2 np126. This is the general electronic configuration of p block elements. ns2 np126 is the general electronic configuration of boron family. We know that. Okay, listen, p block elements. This is the ns2 np126 is the general electronic configuration of p block elements. Now we are discuss about what is the general electronic configuration of boron family. ns2 np1 ns2 np1 is the general electronic configuration of boron family. The boron is present in second series of our periodic table. So the 2s2 2p1 is the outermost electronic configuration of boron. Okay, that is aluminum is present in third series of our periodic table. That's a 3s2 3p1 is the electronic configurations. The gallium is present in the fourth series of our periodic table. We know that. So there is a 4s2 4p1 is the outermost electronic configuration. The indium is present in the fifth series of our periodic table, though the 5s2 5p1 is the outermost electronic configuration. The thallium is present in, okay, thallium is present in, there is a sixth series of our periodic table. So 6s2 6p1 is the electronic configuration. So it has this 3 valency electron in this outermost orbital. So the valency of boron family is known as a 3. Okay, that the combining capacity of that boron family is known as a 3. Okay, the boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, it has this 3 valency electrons in this outermost orbitals. Okay, then atomic radius. As we move down the group, we know that atomic radius is increases. Now we compare the boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, and then thallium. The atomic radius is increases. Atomic radius is increases. Now we compare to the boron to aluminum, atomic radius slightly decreases. Then they can be increases. As we move to the gallium to thallium. Gallium to thallium, atomic radius is increases. The similar manner, the density of that elements from this boron to thallium is increases. Okay, the 2.34, 2.70, 2.91, 7.32, 11.80. So as the move down the group, atomic radius is increases. The density of that element also increases. But the melting point is, as the first they can be decreases, then they finally it is increases, means finally increases, because listen here, the melting point 2350. Okay, so the boron have a highest melting point, but is also they have a highest boiling point. Which one they have is the least melting point? There is a gallium, they have a least melting point. Okay, it is a liquid metals. Okay, let's say like this also they can be exchanged as liquid state la irukum. Okay, listen here, the boiling point. So as the move down the group is decreases, boiling point is decreases, melting point is slightly decreases, then the finally it they can be increases. Okay, then now can we discuss about what are the important chemical properties about that boron family. What are the important chemical properties of boron family? The boron is only a non-metal. The boron only, where already says that the boron only a non-metal. The remaining all are metals. Okay, the boron is a less reactive non-metal. However, it is the so reactivity at the higher temperatures. Okay, at the higher temperature, it is act as a has more reactivity. The many of its components are electron deficient and then has that is a usual type of the covalent bondings. Okay, the most of the boron trifluoride, boron trichloride, these are all the electron deficient species. These are all act as a electrophiles. Okay, the boron trifluoride. Okay, we know that this is a best example for Lewis acid. It is the best example for Lewis acid. There is a electron acceptor. So there is a electron loving species. These are all that electron loving species, the electron deficient species, electrophiles. These are all we are called as mostly we are called aluminum trichloride. Okay, boron trifluoride. These are all we can be considered as the Lewis acid. The similar manner, many of the components are the electron deficient and then have the usual type of covalent bondings, which is due to the small size. Okay, it is one of a important 3-mark question. It is one of the very important 3-mark questions. The many of the components are electron deficient and then has this unusual type of covalent bonding. Why? Okay, it has this small size. Highest ionization energy of that boron. Okay, the similarly the electronegativity with the carbon and hydrogen, they can be exhibit the electronegativity values of boron is similar for that carbon and hydrogen, mainly carbon and hydrogens. Okay, why? Listen here, that boron, it has this unusual type of covalent bondings. Okay, why that boron make a unusual type of a covalent bonding? It is a one of a very important 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Okay, why? What is the reason? It has a very smallest size. We know that as the move down the group is that atomic and ionic is increases, we know that. Okay, then highest ionization energy, and then it has a similar electronegativity of carbon and hydrogens. Okay, first we are discuss about that is a formation of metal borides. Okay, many metals except alkali metal form this borides. Okay, with the general formula metal borides except alkali metals. Okay, what are they? Lithium, sodium, potassium, and then rubidium. Okay, many metals except alkali metals, borides, with this general formula mxby. X raring, that is up to 11, then y raring up to 62 or that higher. Okay, that is a 1:10 ratios combined. Okay, the direct combination of metal with the carbon, direct combination of metal with the boron, direct combination of metal with boron. The boron directly combined with this chromium at 1500 Kelvin. At 1500 Kelvin, it can be produced chromium borides. Chromium boride, metal borides. Okay, listen here. They can be produced metal borides. The similar manner, okay, reduction of boron trihalides. Boron trihalides. The boron trihalides, it is react with this metal like that, it is a tungsten at the higher temperature in the presence of hydrogen. It they can be produces tungsten boride, tungsten borides. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, the boron trihalides, boron trifluoride and then boron trichloride, which they can be react with tungsten at 1500 Kelvin in the presence of hydrogen. It they can be produces tungsten boride. Okay, the chlorine gas is liberated from this process and then hydrochloric acids. Okay, it is can be undergoes this reductions. It is undergoes this reductions, we know that. Okay, then next it is a formation of hydrides. The boron does not react directly with the hydrogen. The boron, because it is a less reactive element, we know that. Okay, the boron is a less reactive element, does not react directly with the hydrogen. However, it forms a variety of hydrides called as an boranes. Okay, it forms a variety of hydrides called boranes. Okay, the simplest borane, it is known as a diborane. It is a 1 mark question. Which among the following one is the simplest diborane? Simplest borane. The simplest borane is nothing but diborane, B2H6. Okay, which among the following one of the borane is simplest borane? Okay, B2H6. That is nothing but diborane. Then other larger the borane, they can be prepared from this diboranes. The most of the boranes are prepared from this diboranes. Okay, the treatment of the gaseous boron trifluoride, okay, with the sodium hydride at 450 Kelvin, it they can produce diborane. Okay, listen here, boron trifluoride, the boron trifluoride, okay, with the sodium hydride around that 450 Kelvin, it they can be produces diborane and the sodium fluoride salts. Okay, the formation of boron trihalides, how they can be formation of boron trihalides? Boron combined with this halogen form this boron trihalides at that high temperatures, because there is a boron is a less reactive. Boron react with the halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine molecules, which can produce boron trifluoride, boron trichloride, boron triiodide, boron tribromide. It is the reactions that can be carried out at that very high temperatures. Okay, the boron combined with fluorine, chlorine or bromine molecules, they can be produced a boron trihalides. Okay, because of that it has 3 valence electron, that combining capacity of the boron, it is known as 3, we know that. Okay, the next formation of boron nitride. The boron burns with this dinitrogen at a high temperature to form this boron nitride. What is the action of nitrogen with the boron? Okay, there is a 2 more questions. What is the action of boron within this halogen? Okay, what is the action of boron trifluoride with the sodium hydride? These are the important 2 mark questions. Okay, definitely 1 2 mark or the 3 mark question is asking from in our P block element lessons, because it is a very important lesson point of in our AEEE examinations and then NEET examination. Definitely one mark question is asking from this areas. So listen carefully. Okay, listen here. There is a boron combined with the nitrogen. It can be produced as a boron hydrogen, boron nitride, boron nitride. Okay, the formation of oxide. The boron is heated with the oxygen around the 900 Kelvin. It can be produced as boron oxides, B2O3. Okay, the reaction with this acids and then alkali. The boron not react with the halo acids. What are they? The boron do not react with the hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic acid, hydroiodic acid, but they can be react with this mineral acids like that sulfuric acid and the nitric acids. They can be produced. Okay, there is easily soluble boric acids. Listen here, the boron do not react with the halo acids. Do not react with the halo acids like that hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic acid, and then hydroiodic acid. But they can be react with this mineral acids like that sulfuric acid and the nitric acids. They can be produced easily soluble boric acid. What is the molecular formula for boric acid? H3BO3. H3BO3 or BOH thrice. The simplest formula BOH thrice. It is also we are called as a boric acid, BOH thrice. Okay, the boron react with the fused sodium hydride. Boron react with the fused sodium hydroxide and form this sodium borates. Okay, how will you can be prepare that sodium borate? How will you can be prepare that boric acid from this boron? How will you can be prepare that boric acid? Okay, how will you can be prepare that sodium borate from this boron? Okay, the boron is treated with the fused sodium hydroxide. The fused sodium hydroxide is nothing but when you can be sodium hydroxide pellets, you can be present this openly when they react with air, they can be fused them. Okay, that is nothing but that is a fused sodium hydroxide. So it is it can be produces sodium borate, sodium borates. Then another one of a very important 3-mark questions. So what are the uses of boron? Okay, listen carefully. What are the use of boron, borax, okay, and then boric acids. Okay, now we are discussing about what are the use of boron. The boron is there has the capacity to absorb the neutron. Okay, the boron it has the capacity to can be absorb that neutron. Hence, it is the isotope of B510. It is used for the moderator in this nuclear reactor. Moderator in the nuclear reactors. Okay, then amorphous boron. That is amorphous boron is used the rocket fuel ignitioner. Okay, that is amorphous. The boron it is used for the rocket fuel ignitioner. ஓகேங்களா, அந்த ராக்கெட்டில் இருக்கிற எரிபொருளை எரிய வைக்கிறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இது வந்து அமார்ஃபஸ் போரானை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, படிக்கடியில் இருக்கின்ற கிறிஸ்டல்ஸாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த அமார்ஃபஸ் சாலிட்ஸ், தட் அமார்ஃபஸ் சாலிட்ஸ் நம்ம எடுத்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். த போரான் இஸ் எசென்ஷியலி ஃபார் தட் செல் வால்ஸ் இன் த பிளான்ஸ். ஓகேங்களா, போரான்ஸ் என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா செல் வால்ஸில் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங்ஸாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. Okay, the compounds of boron having a many applications. The compound of boron having many applications. For example, eye drops, antiseptics, and then washing powders, etc. The containing boric acid and then borax. Okay, the manufacture of pyrox glasses, boric oxides. It is also used them. Okay, the pyro glasses. Okay, there is some obtained from this pyrox glasses. Okay, next we are discuss about borax. Then another important component of boron. Important component of boron, it is known as a borax. What is the molecular formula? Na2B4O7, 10 moles of water. Okay, this is nothing but it is here called as a borax. Okay, now can be discuss about that is a preparation of borax. How will you can be prepare that borax? Okay, the borax is the sodium salt of tetraborate. The borax is nothing but a sodium salt of tetraboric acid. The tetraboric acid, the sodium salt of tetraboric acid, we are called as a borax. Okay, it is obtained from this colonamite ore. Okay, that is the borax is mainly obtained from this colonamite ore. Okay, how which is the major ore. Okay, which is the main ore of borax. That is a colonamite ore. What is the formula for colonamite ore? Ca2B6O11. Ca2B6O11. That the colonamite ore is the boiled with the help of that sodium carbonate. Boiled with the help of that sodium carbonate, they can produces okay that sodium salt of tetraboric acid obtained from them. Okay, they can be produces a calcium carbonate and then calcium hydroxide. Okay, the borax is normally formulated as Na2B4O7 10 moles of water, but it is containing, that is a tetranuclear units. Okay, it is containing a tetranuclear units. Okay, the B4O5 4 moles of OH groups. Okay, that is a closed bracket, you can use it 2 minus n, that is a complex component. Okay, this is the forms known as a prismatic forms. Okay, the prismatic glass forms. Okay, there is a borax also exists in the two other forms, namely jewelry or octahedral borax. Octahedral borax. Okay, namely there is a jewelry and then octahedral borax. What is the formula for jewelry and then octahedral borax? Na2B4O7, the 5 moles of water. And then borax glasses, Na2B4O7, boro glasses. Okay, the most of the glass vessels is made up of, that is a borax. Okay, so that glass we are called as a boro glasses. That is the component we are using for the manufacturing. This is a manufacturing of glass. So that is we are called as a boro glasses. Okay, what are the important properties of borax? Okay, the borax is known as a basic in nature. The borax, it is known as a basic in nature. Okay, that is in its solution, the hot water, that alkaline as this dissolved into this boric acid and then sodium hydroxide. Okay, listen here, there is a borax, it is a basic nature. Okay, it is treated with the water, it can produce the boric acid and then sodium hydroxide. On the heating, it forms this transparent borax beads. ஓகேங்களா, மணிகள் என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா டிரான்ஸ்பரண்டாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மணிகள் தயாரிக்கிறதுல என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த போராக்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. Na2B4O7 10 moles of water, they can be heated at a high temperature, they can be lost the whole molecules of water. Okay, the 10 moles of water, they can be removed from this process. Okay, we get in this unhydrated, that unhydrated Na2B4O7. Okay, the furtherly heated, they can produce NaBO2. Okay, there is nothing but borax beads. Okay, the borax beads is nothing but there is a balls of that glass species. Okay, NaBO2. ஓகேங்களா, நீங்கள் கழுத்தில் போட்டிருக்கீங்களா மணி படிக்க மாலை மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, அந்த டிரான்ஸ்பரண்டாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த பால்ஸாக இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே இந்த கேர்ள்ஸ் போட்டிருக்கிற இது எல்லாமே எதால் ஆயிருக்கும் அப்படின்னா இந்த NaBO2வால் ஆயிருக்கும். ஓகேங்களா, the borax react with the acid to form the sparingly soluble in boric acid. Okay, the basic nature, they can be react with this acid, they can produce salts. Okay, the boric acid. Okay, the borax react with 2 moles of HCl and then 7 moles of water, they can produce H3BO3 plus 2 NaCl. Na2B4O7, they can be react with sulfuric acid and then 5 moles of water, they can produce H3BO3 plus Na2SO4 sodium sulfate. They can be formed this sodium sulfate. When it treated with the ammonium chloride to form this boron nitride, the borax react with the ammonium chloride, they can produce NaCl plus 2 moles of boron nitride plus B2O3 plus 2H2O. Okay, this lesson, the mostly we come from this equations. Okay, if we can be write that one or more times, okay, this is our very easy one. Then otherwise, if we can be filled, okay, it's not better. Okay, listen carefully, if we can be write that one or more times for this equation, the similar equation repeatedly you can be write, mean this topics are very easy one. Okay, if we can be feel, that is a very easy. Okay, then otherwise if we can be feel, it is very difficult. Okay, then next we are discuss about what are the use of borax. The borax is nothing but, what are the use of borax? The borax is used for the identification of colored metal ions. Identification of colored metal ions in the manufacture of optical and then borosilicate glasses, enamels and then glass of potteries. ஓகேங்களா, இந்த விலை உயர்ந்த மண் பளபளன்னு இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மண்பாண்டங்கள்லாம் செய்யறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த போராக்ஸ் கிளாஸஸ் தான் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. வீட்டில் மம்மி என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா உப்பு கொட்டி வச்சுருக்கிறதுக்கு. சிலது பார்த்திங்கன்னா கிச்சன்ஸில் நல்ல கொஞ்சம் கண்ணாடி மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மண் பாத்திரங்கள்லாம் இதில் மேடப் ஆகிருக்கும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்திங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த போராக்ஸால் தான் மேடப் ஆகிருக்கும். இட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ யூஸ்டு த ஃப்ளக்ஸ் அண்ட் தென் மெட்டலர்ஜி அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஆக்ட் as a good preservative. Which among the following one of the component used for the flux in the metallurgy? Borax. Okay, which among the following one of the component we are using for the flux for the metallurgy? Okay, borax. Okay, next we are discuss about the boric acid. Then another one of a important component of boron, it is nothing but boric acid. Okay, H3BO3 or BHOH thrice. Okay, how will it can be prepared that boric acid? Okay, the borax is treated with the sulfuric acid in the presence of water. It can be produces boric acids. Then colonamide, that is colonamide is treated with the H2SO4. H2SO4 in the presence of sulfur dioxide. H2SO4 in the presence of sulfur dioxide, they can be produces the calcium bisulfate, and then 6 moles of boric acid. There is a small mistake here. Okay, here it can be put in 11 moles of H2SO4. H2SO4. Okay, the colonamide. Already we have discussed about there is a chemical properties of borax. Okay, the chemical properties of borax le padichirkom. Okay, the simply there is a boric acid. This we have prepared from this Na2B4O7 is treated with the sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. We get in this boric acids. The boric acid is a colorless transparent crystalline. Okay, the boric acid is nothing but a colorless transparent crystalline. It is a very weak monobasic acid. It is a very weak monobasic acid, and then it is accept their hydroxide ions rather than that of donating the protons. What is the acid? The proton donor or OH minus ion acceptor, we are called as an acid. What is in the acid? The proton donor or OH minus ion acceptor also we are called as an acids. Here the boric acid does not produce the proton, but they can be accepted OH minus ion. Okay, so it is we are called as an acid. Why? The boric acid we are called as an acid. Okay, they cannot be donate that proton, but they can be accepted OH minus ions. Accept paniko. Okay, the boric acid, okay, HbOH thrice plus the 2 moles of water. They can produce HO3 plus ion and then BOH4 minus ions. Okay, it is a react with the sodium hydroxide. Boric acid react with sodium hydroxide. They can produce sodium tetraborate, the sodium metaborate, and then sodium tetraborate, the sodium hydroxide. It is a monobasic acid. What is the meaning of monobasic acid? It is react with only 1 mole of base. So this is a boric acid react with 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. They can produce NaBO2 plus 2 moles of water. They can be react with 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. Okay, the 4 moles of H3BO3. They can use this Na2B4O7 plus 7 moles of water. Sodium tetraborate. Okay, what is the action of boric acid with the sodium hydroxide? Okay, it is a 2 mark questions. Next we are discuss about action of heat. Then another one of a very important 3 mark questions. Okay, what is the action of boric acid? What is the action of heat with the boric acid? The boric acid, they heated with 373 Kelvin. That is a meaning 100 degrees Celsius. They can use this HbO2. Okay, that HbO2 furtherly they can be heated at that 413 Kelvin. Okay, again you can raise that 413 Kelvin. They can use this H2B4O7. Okay, that H2B4O7 they can be heated to the red hot. They can produce B2O3, boric oxides. Okay, the boric acid when heated at 373 Kelvin, they can use a metaboric acid. HbO2. This is the molecular formula for metaboric acid. Furtherly, they can be heated at 413 Kelvin. They can use a tetraboric acid. When heated with the red hot, they can produce a boric anhydride. Okay, there is a glassy mass substance. Okay, there is a B2O3. It is nothing but it is a glassy mass substance. It is a boric anhydride. Does not containing any water molecules. Okay, this is the action of heat is one of a very important things. Listen carefully. The boric acid is heated with 373 Kelvin. They can be produces a metaboric acid. Okay, at the similar furtherly they can be heated with 413 Kelvin. They can produces tetraboric acid. They can be heated with red hot. They can be produces boric anhydride. This is a glassy mass substance. Then action of ammonia. There is a boric acid. They can be react with ammonia at 800 to 1200 Kelvin. They can be produces boron nitride. The boric acid or the borate salt is heated with ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. They can be produces a triester of trialkyl borate is the formed them. Okay, this is a vapor of this the ester burns with the green edges the flame, and then reaction is used for the identification of presence of borate. Okay, there is another test for borates. Okay, how can be detected borates? It is one of the very important 3-mark question. Okay, what is the test for borates? Listen here, that is a boric acid. The boric acid is treated with the ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. In the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, it can be produced as a trialkyl borate. Trialkyl borate. It is one of the ester component. Okay, it can be burned in the green edge flames. Okay, they can be the flame edge green color produce பண்ணும். ஓகேங்களா, it is one of the test for borate. It is one of the test for borates. Okay, the trialkyl borates on react with the sodium hydroxide. Trialkyl, this is a trialkyl, that is a trialkyl borate. The trialkyl borate, okay, it is react with the sodium hydroxide and they can be produced as a tetrahydrofuran. There is nothing but tetrahydrofuran. Okay, listen here, it is a, we are called as a tetrahydrofuran. Okay, tetrahydrofuran, that is a coordination complex like that, Na bracket, that is a BHOOR thrice, which is act as the powerful reducing agent. It is act as a powerful reducing agent. Then formation of boron trifluorides. Okay, there is a boric acid react with the calcium fluoride in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. They can be produced as boron trifluorides. Okay, the borax is the heated with the soda ash. Borax is treated with the soda ash like that sodium carbonate. They can be produced as borax, Na2B4O7. The boric acid is treated with the soda ash. They can be produced as borax. Okay, the structure of boric acid. The boric acid has a 2-dimensional structure, layer structures. Okay, what is the structure? 2-dimensional layer structure. What is the structure of boric acid? Okay, it contains BO3 3 unit. It's are linked each by the hydrogen bonds. Okay, இது எல்லாமே என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா hydrogen bonds ஆல தான் என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா bind ஆயிருக்கும். Okay, they are all binded in this. It is a hydrogen bonding 2-dimensional layer structures. Then what are the uses of boric acid? What are the use of boric acid? The boric acid is used in the manufacture of pottery glasses. Okay, the glass enamels and then pigments like that, similar for the boron. Okay, it is also used for the antiseptic and then eye lotions. This also they can be used for the antiseptic and then eye lotions. It is also used for the food preservatives. Okay, which among the following they can be used for the antiseptic and then eye lotions? Which among the following other component is used for the food preservatives? Okay, which among the following another component they can be used for the manufacture of pottery glasses? Okay, these are the 1-mark questions. Okay, this lesson is the very important lesson. Listen carefully. What are the important 2 marks? What are the use of boric acid? What are the use of borax? What are the use of boron? Okay, the 3 uses are there. Then what are the test for borates? What are the test for borates? Then what is the action of boric acid with this ethanol in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acids? Okay, then what is the action of heat within the boric acids? Okay, then each and every lines are, that is important 2-mark questions. So read and each and every equations and each and every lines. There is a definitely 1-mark questions or the 2-mark questions or 3-mark questions are asking from this topics. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. We are discussing about another one of the topic. Okay, thank you.